question. Do you know when our finalists?
It's Thursday, December 16th, I
Oh,
think.
at 8 a.m.?
Yeah, at 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
8
I
a.m.
wrote it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
8 a.m.
Where'd you see that? I didn't
It's
know.
on, like, the,
The class
yeah,
schedule, you can find it in the back.
paper flyer thing. It's also
It's a
online.
PDF
Yeah,
online,
it's online.
and
Like,
it's in one of the like last 5 pages. Scroll up from the bottom, and you
In
can
your
find it.
content?
It's
no,
not in mine. It's on the
Oh.
right,
Normandale site in the
website, like
course
the
schedules,
Oh, okay.
college catalog
and they
thing
just
or
have
whatever it
how to
was.
figure out what your final period is.
Okay, so
But yeah, I should put it up on D2L.
But yeah,
But thanks.
it
So
exactly
Thursday,
is
8 a.m.
Thursday, December 16th.
Um, and the exams, I haven't gotten to those yet, but I'll get them to you on Tuesday. Uh, and there's going to be one more problem set. Um, that what day is it today? Thursday. Okay, so I need to get that up today, and that'll just be due like at your final. Okay. Um, and so we have uh, two topics that are going to be on the last exam. The first one is this friction stuff that we've talked about. We're going to go through some problems today. I'll get practice problems up. And let's see. The second topic, the last topic, is going to be just a little bit about um, um, virtual work and virtual displacements. Um, and we're not going to go into it enough that it'll really be an alternative for you to solving the kinds of problems we've done. But you will get an introduction to it, the ideas, and really I just want to give you a sense of why it can be useful. And then it leads into other topics like um, Lagrangian dynamics, which is an alternative um, to the Newtonian dynamics that you're going to take in your first dynamics class. Like if a lot of you are going to take the class I'm teaching, um, and this Lagrangian dynamics actually is really widely used in uh, computer dynamic simulations. It lends itself really nicely to programming. So it's a nice thing to know. You're going to take a class in it pretty much no matter what type of engineering you go into. Um, and and virtual work is an introduction to that way of thinking about things. So that's sort of the benefit, and that's why we're going to do a little bit on it. Um, okay, so friction. Um, we're just going to do some example problems. I'm going to do one example showing like a simple structure calculation that has friction in it and how friction might factor into a problem. And then you're going to do a couple problems working together. Um, one on uh, one on square threaded screws, and then one on bearing friction. And then um, if there's time, you're going to do also one on end bearing friction. Um, but I think there's a good chance we won't get to that. And then Tuesday we'll start the virtual work stuff. We'll do that for the last couple days. All right. So let's start with an example of how just standard friction might come into a structure problem. I'm going to do a really simple structure, but obviously this could be done with any of the complicated structures that we've talked about. So let's say that we have um, a let's see. So we have a structure like this. Let's say this angle is 60 degrees, and these two lengths are each 1 meter. And, sorry, this isn't friction. So this one just makes contact with the ground over here. This ground makes an angle of 20 degrees with the horizontal. And what? No, I don't do that. And let's say that there's a 5,000 Newton force acting down. Okay. And we want to know what's the minimum coefficient of static friction so that this structure remains static. Okay, so I guess first look at this and tell me, could you do this? Do you want to take a crack at this? Or I didn't really have a feel when I was, okay. All right, so why don't you do this in groups? See what you can make out of this problem. This is really the only way that like standard friction can come into problems when machines and structures and stuff.